lots of cool themes for our practice today and kind of a hopefully fun, funky sequence. Um, it is the fall equinox, so we've got just as much light and dark today in the day, and it's also a new moon. So we always know new moons are a time kind of transition, of setting new goals, of starting new habits, and equinox similarly, not only that theme of balance, but again, that transition, a time of new beginnings. And then when I was writing down the date, 92225, I thought, oh, let's do something with those three twos. So 222, if you're into, angel numbers or whatever, 222 is always associated also with balance and new beginnings. So we've got this like new beginnings, transitional time, lots of balance. And so today we've got all those things to play with. So we've got the balance of effort and ease. We're going to start off with some yin poses, and we're going to hold them each for 2 minutes to go with our 222 theme. We're going to work into some actual balancing poses, and hopefully, if I timed it right, we're pretty balanced as far as things that take a lot of effort, things that take a lot of ease, but you know how to play with whatever kind of balance of those things that you need in your own practice. So we are going to get started just in a Shavasana pose. So you're going to get 2 minutes right here just to start your practice. I should mention now, if you have a strap handy, that would be awesome to have later. And you might even like to make a loop at the end of the strap to hook around your foot for just one little variation later. And if you have two blocks, you might like to have blocks ready for any number of things, but Baddha Konasana legs here pretty early. But from there, you can come onto your back. You'll settle into your little pre-class Shavasana here. And even though you haven't gone through the actions of a full yoga practice, you haven't maybe twisted or side bent or forward folded yet, see if you can still just kind of trust the body to relax. And of course, if there are fidgets, if there are wiggles you need, get them out, wiggle them out, and then settle in. See how relaxed you can be right here before we do anything else. Letting your heart open up just from this simple act of being on the floor. So kind of counteracting all of our forward motion that we do when we drive or when we read or if we sit at a computer, play on our phones. So letting muscles relax, letting joints and bones just land wherever. You might take one more deep breath as we're right here. And then staying on our backs, just sliding our legs into a Baddha Konasana shape. So soles of the feet together, knees stay wide. This might be a nice place to prop blocks under your thighs, under the knees, wherever that might feel good. Maybe if you don't have blocks, just using your fists to bring the ground a little closer. And then again, relaxing here, 2 minutes. Option to take a cactus of the arms, that might feel nice. Maybe hands down by the side. Maybe you rest one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Maybe you try to fill the breath, trying to lift both hands up. Lots of time to settle into the breath here. So trying to just relax any places where you've noticed the breath might feel a little stuck. And just using that intention to really serve these first few poses. Lots of relaxation, just taking on the support of the floor or the blocks. It's about one more full breath right here. We'll stay on our backs. You can close the knees up. And then a couple options from here. First, just to bring both knees kind of close into the chest. You'll keep them there, then you'll drop them over to the left. You can check in on how that feels. It might feel good. Alternatively, to bring the knees over the hips, let the knees fall over to the left. So legs are just a little further away from the chest when you start. You reach your right arm out any way that it likes to go. And we'll spend a minute on each side right here. 2 minutes total for our supine twist. Always an option to keep your gaze straight up above you. If it feels good on your neck, you could take gaze to the right, but just check in on whether that feels nice in the neck or if you kind of have to force it around. One more breath on this side. Then drawing knees back to center, either above your hips, maybe into your chest, and then letting them fall over to the right, left arm reaching out maybe to the left. Gaze can be up, you could drop it to the left, whatever feels best. Start to bring your knees back to center, give them a little squeeze, maybe a little rock side to side, and then start to make your way up. You can come through a seat into a tabletop. And then from our tabletop into a heart melting pose. This one just for a half a minute. And if heart melting pose doesn't sound good today, you can press back into a child's pose. So knees could go wide, hips all the way back for child's pose. Knees under hips, walk your hands forward, forehead rests down. This is for Anahatasana, heart melting pose. We'll stay here for just a half a minute. Any kind of breath you're working here. Option to lift the forearms, maybe tenting up on fingertips. That might intensify it a bit. And if this feels like a lot of work, feel free to shift your hips back a little bit behind your knees. If it feels like you could use more, bring your hips to stack right above your knees. Breathe here, tiniest little engagement in your low belly to bring the stretch more up into the upper back, into the chest, rather than in that low back. Take one more breath here. On your exhale, all the way onto your belly. From here, hands underneath your shoulders, press up back to your tabletop. We'll take tiger pose into a knee to nose instead of a cow and a cat. So you could, of course, take traditional cows and cats. Otherwise, left knee might move in a little towards center. Give yourself a little tripod. Right foot extends long behind you. You inhale to lift your heel, maybe lift your chest. This is tiger pose. Exhale, curl your knee to your chest, maybe knee to your nose. One more, inhale, extend. Exhale, curl it in. From here, inhale it long, and then exhale, this time to a low lunge. Option to stay in a low lunge with this right leg kind of right in line with the right hip. Option to walk your right foot out for a lunging lizard, maybe using blocks under your hands, but you'd have your right toes out on a little bit of an angle. So either one of those poses, we won't stay for a full 2 minutes. We'll hang out for about a minute. So a little bit of yin, but maybe you want to bring a little movement to it. So feel free to add anything, some wiggles. Maybe it feels good to stay lifted. Maybe you want to come down to forearms, to blocks, to anything. If you can reach your strap, you might have that handy. We'll try a blind lizard variation here in a moment, and a strap might get you into that in a way that you might not normally practice it. So we'll come back up. If you had your low lunge variation, you're going to bring it out wide to our lunging lizard. From here, bring your strap back behind you. You can even bring your hips back. We're going to loop the strap around your left ankle. And like I said, I'm using a loop in mine that made it a little easier, just one handle. You'll come back to that low lunge. The strap can just kind of be on the mat beside you. A block can be great for this. Maybe left hand plants on the mat or a block. And you windmill your right arm up and back. You're taking a twist towards your right knee. Now you could stay here, maybe. You reach for the strap and start to bend the left knee, getting a little stretch here through the quad, not worrying about reaching the foot, maybe just using your strap to get a little stretch. We're staying for about 4 more breaths. Gentle release of the strap if you had it. You can walk your foot back in, just come back to a tabletop. And since you're here, you might even just loop that strap around your right ankle and leave it hanging out. So we're back to our tiger pose on the other side. Right knee scooches in a little. Left leg extends behind you. You inhale. Exhale, you curl knee to chest, maybe knee to nose. Inhale again, tiger pose. Exhale, curl and round. Inhale it long again, and then step it either between your hands for a low lunge, maybe a little wider for a lunging lizard variation. And again, use your blocks as feels good. If you're in that low lunge, maybe blocks under your hands. We're taking about a minute hold and stretch in either a lunging lizard or your low lunge. Low lunge called, I think, a dragon lunge when you take it in a yin class. But just a few moments here, remembering you can stay lifted, you can drop down. If you're in that low lunge variation, you could bring hands to the floor. And a few easy breaths. How about one more breath here? If you're in a low lunge, start to walk your foot out to the left. Come to meet us in lunging lizard. Right hand can come to the block or the mat. Left arm reaches behind you. You can stay here. Didn't set up my strap very well. Maybe move your hips back. Get a hold of your strap, and then maybe you try bending the right knee, using your strap to get a little stretch to the quad. About 4 more breaths. Gentle release of the strap if you had it. Back to your tabletop, you can release the strap, set it off to the side. Option to come to a down dog for 3 breaths or a forward fold. You'll be there for about 4.5. So down dog or forward fold. Let's find a breath in and out. 2 more breaths, either a fold or a down dog. Then we'll take a breath to join you in a forward fold. If you're in a down dog, inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, travel top of the space. Take a halfway lift, breath in, and on your exhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach your arms high, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, a side bend to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, cactus. Reach up, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift on your inhale, exhale to a high plank pose. We're staying for 2 breaths here. One more inhale and exhale. With this inhale, shift yourself forward. Exhale, come all the way down to your belly. 2 cobra poses. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, forehead down. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, melt. Inhale, tabletop or high plank. Exhale, back to down dog. Maybe you hang in a tabletop. Maybe you make your way to a forward fold. If you're in a down dog, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, travel top of the space. We all meet in a halfway lift, breath in, and exhale all the way up. One more time, inhale, reach high. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, center. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in. High plank, breath out. This time, just use your inhale to shift forward. Exhale all the way to the belly. Cobra pose, breath in. Forehead down, breath out. Table or plank, inhale, press high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Or a forward fold, or a tabletop. You're here for 3 deep breaths. If you are in a fold, you can stay folded, but make your way to the back of your mat. If you're in a down dog, start to walk your hands back to the back of the mat. We're in a fold back here. On an inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, come all the way to standing. From here, standing leg raise, right leg lifts up. Inhale, lift your right knee high. Exhale right here. One more breath in. On your exhale, big step forward to warrior one. So right side, warrior one, will come right in. Reach your arms high. And on your exhale, let's go left arm under eagle arms. 2 breaths right here. Inhale to lift your elbows, lift your gaze, take a little back bend. Exhale, humble warrior with eagle arms. 2 breaths here. We're on the inside of our right leg, forearms reaching towards the mat. One more inhale and exhale. Back to warrior one, keep your eagle arms, inhale. Exhale, airplane with eagle arms. Step into your right foot, left leg lifts. 2 breaths. Inhale to a standing leg raise. Left knee lifts this time. 2 breaths right here. Keep your eagle arms. Or don't. You can always drop them. Maybe hands to hips, hands to heart center, whatever you need. Inhale here. Exhale, eagle pose. Left leg crosses over. Left arm is under. Sit your hips low. Squeeze your thighs together. Lift your elbows up. Send your hands away. Just one more breath in and out. Inhale, 2 feet to the floor, arms reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in. High plank, breath out. Just an inhale here and exhale back, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. If you're at the top of the mat, start to make your way to the back. From your down dog, walk your hands back to your forward fold, back of the mat. From there, a halfway lift, and exhale all the way to standing. Weight comes into our right foot, left leg lifts this time. Breath in and out. One more inhale. On your exhale, big step forward to warrior one on the left side. Reach your arms high, inhale. Exhale, right arm under eagle arms. 2 breaths. Lift your eagle arms, inhale, little back bend. Exhale, humble warrior with your eagle arms. Bend on the inside of that left thigh. 2 breaths. Back to warrior one with eagle arms. Inhale. Exhale, airplane with eagle arms or not. 2 breaths. To standing leg raise, maybe you keep your eagle arms, right knee lifts, inhale. Exhale, up and over for eagle pose. 2 breaths. Two feet to the floor, 2 arms reach up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to a high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog, or tabletop, or forward fold, wherever you want to land. All right, in between our next little section, so we'll take that one more time on each side, but we'll take it a little faster. But first, we've got 2 sun A's, 2 sun salutation A's with a standard chaturanga. So remember, you can always skip these, step back to low lunges, move through that, which we'll do in a moment. You can take chaturangas or you can take yourself to cobra. But on an inhale, if you're in a down dog, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, top of the space. Halfway lift, breath in. Forward fold, breath out. All the way up, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. High plank, exhale. Inhale to shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga, halfway down. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in and out. From a down dog, heels lift, knees bend, you look forward. Exhale, top of the space. Halfway lift, breath in. Fold, breath out. All the way up, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift. High plank pose. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breath in here. Exhale, top of the space. We all meet in a fold, top of the mat. Halfway lift, breath in. And all the way up to standing. From here, weight into your right foot. Lift your left leg high. Inhale, standing leg raise. Exhale right here. One more breath in. On your exhale, a big step back. Warrior one on the right side. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, left arm under eagle arms. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, back to warrior one. Exhale, eagle armed airplane. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, eagle pose. 2 feet to the floor, inhale. Hands by your side, exhale. Standing leg raise, right leg lifts, breathe in. And breath out. One more inhale. Exhale, step it back, warrior one on the left side. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, right arm under, eagle arms. Inhale to lift your arms. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, back, warrior one. Exhale, airplane with eagle arms. Inhale, right knee lifts. Exhale, eagle pose. 2 feet to the floor. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, hands by your side. All right, one more little balancing section, but first 2 sun salutations. I'm going to take our low lunge version, stepping back first with my left foot. The second time I'll step back with my right foot. I'll move through a low lunge. If you want a chaturanga, you'll be able to take those same breaths and time to move through a high plank to a low plank chaturanga, and up dog. We'll all meet in a down dog. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in. Either step your left foot back or step back to a high plank. Inhale, shift forward in a plank or inhale to a low lunge. Exhale, chaturanga, maybe sink your hips. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, all of us step back, downward facing dog. One breath in and out. Inhale to lift your heels, bend your knees. Exhale, top of the space. Halfway lift, breath in. Forward fold, breath out. Inhale, reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Option to come to a high plank or step right foot back, right knee down. Inhale, shift forward, or inhale, lift your arms. Exhale for chaturanga, sink your hips. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, we all meet back at downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale to lift your heels. Exhale, top of the mat. Halfway lift, breath in. Fold this time, let it go. Inhale to standing Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, hands down by your side. So another little balancing sequence. We'll stay in one spot and on one leg. So inhale, we'll go weight in our left leg, right knee lifts. Exhale, let's take an open twist. Right arm back, left arm forward. Option to bring left hand to the knee. Option for hand to foot pose. Maybe you don't use your hands at all. It's just one more breath here. And out. Back to center, inhale. Exhale, tree pose. Right foot to your ankle, your calf, or your thigh. Set your pose. And then any variation with the arms. You could cactus. You could take a reverse fist bump. You could reach your branches high. You could take hands to heart. We're staying here for 1 minute. Feel free to add anything. Maybe if arms are lowered, you start to lift them up. Maybe you take a windy tree, right forearm to your right thigh, left arm up and over. Maybe you're feeling really solid and steady. You might close your eyes. We've got about 20 more seconds. Just here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knee can point forward. You can shake out that standing leg. And then we'll just take that to the other side. So now weight in the right foot, left leg lifts on an inhale. Exhale and open twist, left arm back. All those same options, hand to knee, hand to foot. You can just stay lifted. We've got one more breath in and out. Back to center, maybe knee stays lifted, and then left foot to ankle, calf or thigh. You can use your hand to get it up there. Tree pose, 1 minute right here. Same options, maybe to change up your arms from last time, to grow your branches. Maybe you take your gaze up. Maybe you play with that windy tree, left forearm to thigh this time. Right arm up and over. Maybe you take the hands behind you. Maybe you even close your eyes. You've got about 20 seconds. Here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knee points forward, you shake it out. Come to the top or middle of your mat. Inhale to a chair pose. Exhale, a prayer twist to the right. Hands through heart center. Take a twist. It's only 2 breaths. Come back to chair pose. Drop your hips a little lower and then sink it down. Twist it to the left. Just 2 breaths. Back to chair pose. Here's an option for a crow pose or maybe a malasana squat. Maybe a malasana squat with 2 blocks under your hips for 2, 2, 2. Maybe a crow pose with blocks under your forehead or maybe under your toes. We'll play for about 30 seconds. You could even start your crow from up on your blocks. Maybe helping lift the hips and practicing lifting off without having to reach your toes up off of anything. About 10 more seconds to play. When you're done, we'll meet in that Malasana squat. Again, option for any number of blocks. We'll take about 10 breaths here. Think about lifting the chest, widening the knees, tiny little tuck of the chin. From here, you can bring your weight forward, come off the block, we'll come onto our back and onto our hips. We'll take 2 bridge poses today, and we'll take each one for about 7 breaths. Option for your traditional bridge where you can hold, or option to bring the weight into the heels and maybe take bridge walkouts, walking heels away from the body, keeping the hips lifted, and then walking it back in a few times. So decide where you're headed, arms down by your side. When you're ready, lift your hips. It's about 7 breaths, maybe 2 or 3 walkouts. If that's what you want to try, using your upper arm bones beneath you to help keep lifted through the chest. If you're holding, it's about 3 more full breaths. Gently lowering the hips, just resting here, just keeping knees straight up to the sky, feet flat on the floor, finding 2 full breaths. One more. All right, just one more bridge pose. You've got walkouts you can hold. When you're ready, press into your feet, lift your hips. Bridge number 2, 7 breaths. Three more. One more breath in. And nice and slow, lower your hips, walk your feet wide, let your knees fall in. Maybe take a cactus of your arms. Maybe it feels good to let your knees fall side to side. Then just pick right or left side to roll off to. Roll to a fetal pose, use your top arm to press yourself up to a seat. We'll set up a deer pose or half pigeon from here. And we're getting 2 minutes on each side. So for deer pose, you can start right shin forward, right leg parallel with the top of the mat, left leg off to the side. You'll find a fold. For pigeon, widening the knee, letting the shin find more of an angle. Left leg sweeps behind you. You find the same evenness in the hips like you would in deer. And when you're ready, we all fold forward, enjoying 2 minutes right here. You've done a lot of effortful things. You've brought a lot of strength. Now find that balance. Call back in the ease. Place to rest, to come back to easy, steady breath, while still remaining really intentionally present in this one place, in this one time. You're about halfway through. Gently start to lift up. You can always take yourself to a down dog or a tabletop, but you might just lean over, gently bring your left leg in, and then make your way to the other side. This time, left shin is either parallel with the top of the mat for deer pose, maybe a little wider, right leg behind you for pigeon. Either way, you find a bit of lift, pretty even through the hips. And when you're ready, a fold. 2 minutes right here. About halfway through. Start to lift back up. Again, lean way over on this left hip and lift that right knee away from the mat as you bring it forward. From here, we'll come into any comfortable seat. We'll do a little pranayama practice. We've got this whole theme of balance, the changing of the seasons. So what better way to balance than with our Nadi Shodhana, our energy channel cleansing breath that alternates nostrils to help balance out our left and right side, our yin side, our yang side, and to really clear out all the energy channels. So traditionally done with the right hand, using your thumb and your ring finger to plug right nostril and left nostril. You can leave pointer finger and middle finger up to rest the third eye. You can fold them down. I like to have a block handy for when my shoulder gets tired. So I have a place to rest my arm. You can always switch hands. You don't have to rest your arm on anything. And if you're not feeling the breath, you'll just come to a comfortable seat and find any breath that helps you feel healthy and happy. But we'll start this. Your first inhale will be a single nostril inhale through the left. You'll plug your left nostril, you'll exhale through the right. You'll pause there, and then you'll take another inhale through the right nostril before plugging right nostril, exhaling left. So you'll switch between the inhale and the exhale. If you'd like to add that kumbhaka, that retention option, to just do it without your nostrils plugged, or you could even plug both nostrils between inhales and exhales and inhales. And our last breath will be the same thing. Inhale left, exhale right. That'll come in a few moments. After that, we're headed straight onto our backs. So when we finish up a few moments of this, I'll let you know and we can meet on our backs. So when you're ready, bringing your mudra, your preferred hand gesture here, and beginning your breath. Inhaling left, exhaling right. Inhaling right, and exhaling left. And keeping that going as it feels good. And if at any point this starts to make you feel anxious, your breath speeds up, you need a full breath that you can't catch, just drop your mudra, take a few easy inhales and exhales through the nose and mouth, and then come back to it if it feels good. And to finish up the round you're on, last breath will be an inhale on the left, exhale on the right. You're not in any hurry. And when you're done, we'll meet on our backs. Once you make it to your back, if there's anything else you might need, a quick supine twist, a full body stretch, maybe a happy baby, you might take that here. But otherwise, use that effort of pranayama practice to bring you right into your final shavasana, where you get to let go of your breath. You let go of any tension, any holding in your muscles. You get to let go of this practice by settling in right here, resting fully, nothing to take your attention away, nothing that needs your awareness. Final rest, shavasana. If it feels good, start to re-deepen your breath. Maybe taking a few breaths before having to move. Just noticing this feeling and then bringing some movement back to the body. big or little, whatever feels good. Fingers, toes, ankles, wrists, maybe a full body stretch. You could stay on your back or hug knees into your chest. Take a roll to one side, pause in your fetal pose. And here, just take a moment and thank the people who shared in this practice with you. Take a moment here to appreciate your body, its past, its future, and its present. Take a moment right here in fetal pose and thank your practice. Today's practice, your practice in general. Take a moment and appreciate it. And right here in this pose of potential, remember all the people that have made this practice possible. Big thanks to the people of the past, the present, and the future. Option to stay here in your fetal pose, or you might press yourself up to your tall, comfortable seat, bringing hands right together and thumb knuckles right up to your forehead center for a big breath in, and maybe a bow and a breath out to seal in your practice.